Hello guys, you will now see a video about Laravel Debugbar, but before that a quick intro. I'm taking a quick break from this YouTube channel, a Christmas break for roughly 2 weeks, so I will be back with new videos second week of January 2025. Not that much because I want to rest, because I will be busy on some secret project, but mostly because everyone will be busy with Christmas stuff, so I want my videos to be seen by bigger amount of people in January. So see you in a few weeks. I occasionally may post a few YouTube shorts here and there, and if you have any ideas for topics for 2025, shoot them in the comments below. Now back to the video about Debugbar. Hello guys, Laravel Debugbar is one of the most popular packages for Laravel. You probably all know and use it, see at the bottom. But most of us use it for SQL queries and measurement of database performance. But Laravel Debugbar has so many more features. In this video, I will show 4 of them. And this is a video version of the tutorial we published on Laravel Daily, so on the homepage you can see the text-based version that I will link also in the description below. First thing, let's talk about Timeline tab. Did you know that you can add custom times here, measuring start and stop of basically any piece of code? So for example, we have a controller here, and inside of that controller we call a service class to get the orders, and we can add this start measure with whatever text you want and then stop measure with the same text. As a result of that, on the timeline, as you can see, there is an item loading orders list which took 3 milliseconds. Laravel itself in the core has a similar function, similar behavior with benchmark, but it is working with DD. So basically it's showing the result either by stopping the whole script or dumping it somewhere. With Laravel Debugbar, it's a bit more convenient. The second thing I want to show you is the tab called Mails, so you can see the emails that have been sent by your application. So for example, we have create method, which as a part of it sends the email, notifies the user about new order. So if we click create order, it redirects back to the table with new orders, and Mails doesn't show anything, the tab of Mails. But with this, I will show you another feature of Debugbar, which is request history. So in our controller, the method returns the redirect, so the actual create was called and then redirect back to the index, so there were actually 2 requests. And in the Debugbar, you can see not only request history, but the folder with all the previous requests, so all the list of all the requests that have been playing around while shooting this video. So we can click on the previous orders create, and here already we can see the detail of the mails, order created notification. Not only that, if you're using mail driver log, which is default in Laravel 11, there's messages tab, which would show the line of log debug, which contains the email content. So you don't need to manually go to Laravel log or use some other external tools like log viewer. You can click here and see the actual contents of your email that has been sent. And that tab of messages is tip number 4, feature number 4 I wanted to show. Not sure if you've seen in the code or noticed these things. So instead of doing DD dump or something like that in your code, you can do debugbar info like this, which would contain any information you want. It may be a string, it may be a dynamic string, or it may be even an object. So for example, we dump here the info of order object, eloquent model, and you can expand it here and see the contents inside, including attributes as you would see on the screen if you did something like DD or dump. So yeah, 4 less known features of Laravel Debugbar. Are you using all of them, or maybe something was new, or maybe you would add something else to that list? What other features that are kind of underrated by Laravel Debugbar? Let's discuss in the comments below. That's it for this time, and see you guys in other videos.